YouTube, it's your girl Razia J, and I am back with another video. If this is your very first time seeing my face, I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. It's glad to have you here. If you have been here before, you've watched my videos, you subscribed, or you shared, I want to say thank you so much for coming back. Thank you. I really, really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I have been getting so much support and feedback from this space. And I just want to take a moment to say thank you, because no one has to watch my videos. No one has to share my videos. No one has to comment. But you guys have been doing that. You guys have been meeting me at my DM over at Instagram. And you guys really have been supporting your girl. And I really, 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 from the bottom of my heart, want to say thank you. YouTube has been a beautiful, safe space for me since I created my very first video. And I think my very first video was when I was becoming a military spouse and I was traveling and moving overseas. And I just wanted to document what was going on in my life so I can capture it. And I uploaded it and it helped someone. So I just want to say thank you so much, so much, so much from the bottom of my heart for you guys really just being riders. You guys ride. I am here today with another video, and this video is going to be all about just taking time to realize what it is that you need. I cannot say this in any other words, but if you want to know what it means to just know what you need and take that time for yourself, stay tuned. So yes, guys, this video is the video that I'm just going to share my heart on what it means to take time for yourself. I am a big advocate of self-care and knowing your threshold and knowing when you need to take a step back and knowing when you need to do what's best for you, irregardless to if other people are cheering you on, if they are supportive, if they think it's the right thing, but just doing it for you. So as you guys know, I am a grad student, and I really was not prepared for what my MSW program was going to require from me. I am currently in my second term of my first semester, and I would say this, the first 8 weeks were challenging. I literally felt like I was drowning and I was coming up for air periodically. But the air that I was getting was not significant, was suffice, or it wasn't good enough. I literally felt like I was drowning in schoolwork, in internship work, in work for my family. I am a wife, I'm a mom, and they require so much from me that I literally was just going, but really not going. So this week I started my second term. It really started last week, but I really needed to take a mental break. I needed to take a moment. I needed to take a moment for myself. I needed to take a moment for my kids. I needed to take a moment for my husband. I needed to take a moment for all the things that mean the world to me. As much as I want to be a social worker, as much as I want to start, community organizing, as much as I want to get my feet wet in policy, I knew that I couldn't just jump right back into school. I needed a break. So one of the things I did is I took that break. And I think I talk about it here a lot, about just knowing when you need a break and taking it. And I'm realizing now more than anything that we don't know when we need breaks, or we know and we believe that we just have to keep going. You don't have to keep going for anyone. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be real with yourself and say like, yo, I don't have it all. And in order for me to be the best that I could be for anyone, including myself, I need a moment. And that's what I took. I took a moment. I didn't do no schoolwork. I didn't look at no modules. I showed up to my live classes because I felt like that was the least I could do. But everything else had to take a back burner. And I think that my kids needed it. My kids have been so clingy this week. On top of them being sick and, having colds and stuff and school, they're really getting shoved to the side in the evening because mommy has schoolwork to do. And I needed to take a moment and say that for this week, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to love on them. I'm going to shower them with attention. And every time that they're home from school, it's going to be us time. Or if I have to pick one up early from school so we could spend a little bit of quality time, that's what I'm going to do. So I just wanted to come here and share with you guys that it's okay to take a break. It's okay not to know. It's okay to be going through this journey, not really knowing what your next step is. I am currently doing a career development program through my internship. And yesterday it dawned on me that I don't need to know all the answers. Like, I don't really need to know the answers. I just need to be committed to being the best Razia and showing up in the spaces that I need to be in at 100. And knowing when I'm not at 100, that it's okay to show up at 50 if that is the best that I have in that moment. And while going through the first module of the career development, something that really was beaming out to me and I just grabbed onto was, I am an evolving being. I'm evolving. I am evolving. I am not the same Razia that I was 10 years ago. I am not even the same Razia I was when I got married or I became a mom for the first time. I'm a totally different person, and it's okay for me to evolve. It's okay for my seasons to change. It's okay for me to feel uncomfortable in a place and know that I need to shift. So I really wanted to come on here and just say to you guys, it is okay to, one, not know, and two, it's okay to allow yourself to shift. You don't have to be married to anything, and I think that's the biggest problem that a lot of us face as humans. We think that we are married to certain things. You are not married to a title. You are not married to a job. You are not married to a geographic location. You are not married to a career path. You are not married to anything really. Like, if you are a wife, obviously you're married to your spouse. Or if you're a husband, you are married to your partner, your spouse. But everything else, listen to this and listen to it really good. Everything else is ever evolving and ever changing. And you have to give yourself the grace to evolve and to grow and to become who you are supposed to be in that season. In this season, as an MSW student, I am a learner, but I am also an expert in certain things. And those things, it's okay to show up as the expert. I feel like sometimes we allow the spaces that we are in to control how we show up. And that is problematic, because if you are not showing up as your authentic, true self, because you believe that the environment that you are in is crippling you somehow or disabling you, then you need to have some self-reflective opportunities with yourself as to why I'm not showing up the way I need to show up. And why am I not giving myself grace to, one, show up the way I know I can, or to evolve if that's what this season is calling for. And I think this conversation that we're having in this space is just about self-awareness and knowing yourself and knowing that it's okay to not know yourself. It's okay to be like, yo, I used to like broccoli and I don't like it no more. Sometimes I joke when my kids say that they don't like something anymore, and I would say to my friends like, yo, yesterday or the day before or last week, this was their favorite meal. Now it's like, yuck, I don't like that. But what my children are showing me in those interactions is that it's okay to change. You don't have to remain the same. And I think that is the problem that I am finding myself in, right? Because I want to remain the same, because comfort is what I know, and comfort is what we all desire. But it's okay to be uncomfortable, because when you are uncomfortable, you allow yourself to envision who you can be in this place of discomfort. And when you get to that place, it's like, okay, well, this doesn't work anymore. So how do I pivot? How do I maneuver this so that I can become who I need to be in this space, in this season? So I just wanted to come on here and say it's okay to not know. It's okay to be uncomfortable. And it is definitely okay to pivot Anyone who tells you that you have to remain who you were last week or last year or when you were 10 or when you were 20 is a liar. And they don't want to see you grow. They don't want to see you grow, because in this world, in this life that we live, it's all about evolving. It's all about becoming a better version of you. And I just want to encourage you that it's okay to take a break and do some self reflecting and write in your journal and say, hey, I used to like this and I don't like it anymore, and how do I pivot? And it's okay to reach out to help. It's okay to reach out for help. It's okay to say like, yo, I know I really said I wanted to do X, Y, and Z, but it doesn't resonate with me anymore. And are you willing to let me grow and blossom in that space that I feel like is resonating with me right now? So as a student, one of the things that I'm focusing on is Razia. Not what I think Razia should do or what I have said about Razia that I want to present myself as, but the true self, the true Razia who is ever growing, ever evolving, and ever flowing. And I want to be flexible. I don't want to be so rigid that I think that these four walls is all that I have to offer myself and this is what I'm going to do. And I just wanted to say that we are in this together, and we have been in a very weird space as a nation. The United States of America, the entire world, is going through a global pandemic. And I think what the pandemic has done for many people during lockdown and even now is given them a new perspective of themselves. And now they're trying to place themselves where they should be. And I would say this, it's okay to have a mentor, it's okay to get a coach, it's okay to find someone to write your narrative, but you are the only person that is an expert in you. So when it comes to writing the story about yourself, when it comes to writing the story about Razia, I'm the expert. And although other people can tell me what they see or what they believe or what they discern, they're not the expert. And it's okay to tell someone that, hey, I don't fool with that no more. I have evolved into something else. So I just want to say that it's okay to bloom where you're planted, but every good plant, if you are a plant parent, sometimes need to get uprooted out of that pot that they're in and placed in a bigger pot so they can bear better fruit. So it's okay to be repotted a few times so that you can bear the fruit that you need to bear. So until next time, I really hope that this video resonated with someone and that you saw in this video yourself and you started to realize that it's okay for you not to know and it's okay for you to grow. You don't have to remain stagnant for anyone. At the end of the day, as long as you're doing what's best for you and you're not harming anyone, go for it. Until next time, peace, love, in all things Jesus.